Från skaparna av Ninja Creamy kommer nu nya Ninja Swirl.
Okay. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. This is going to be my first public stream for the year, and I'm not going to stay long. It's really been a rough. It's not a rough start, anyways. It's not a rough start, but it's been there. It's had its flows up and down, you know, and I love to trade. These are my watch list. These are my watch list. It's not much, just indices. Among all of these, I'll trade NAS mostly. For forex pairs, EU, GU is the same thing. So you just to trade the one that is more aligned, you know, that has better structure, and preferably I would trade EU, preferably. And metals, I have metals as well. XPS is just XPS is like NAS, is like ES. S&P 500 is like ES. So it's just this one showing real-time market data. So how's the market been now? The market has been very not too clean. I've missed some moves. In our market delivered this year, I've missed some moves, and yes, it happens. I'm doing an FTMO challenge, 100k. I have passed the first one. I'm still in phase 2. However, I'm in drawdown. Yep. And yeah, it's just been like that. Then I also have an account with Tradify. It's a live account, and I'm up 2% on the account. It's a live fund account, So trading that gradually to get to trading that gradually. This is the account. I'm up 1,000 on the account, so but nothing much. So looking at USD DXY. Looking at DXY. Um, from the open of this year, we are. This is the highest high. This is lowest low. So we're just like in the middle of the range, and that's why I have this. I have discount and premium bar just to tell me where the range is. Price action has not been clean of late. It's not been very clean. So I'm not really getting that structure that I want to see on price. I'm not really getting that one-sided structure or one-sided price delivery that I intend to see. It's kind of like messed up. This week, coming into the week, pound had some news. Today was CPI on pound, and this is what I've noticed, and it's just my own observation about news driver and news delivery. And the same thing happened last week during the CPI and non-farm payroll news week. And I've gone back to check a couple of times. You can do your own findings. Don't take my word for it. If there's the first major news or the first big red folder news, if there's good delivery with respect to that news, the next one is going to be very choppy. So just like last week with NFP on Wednesday and CPI on Friday for USD, NFP had a very good price delivery. I mean, it was good. Looking at, let's use, I have so many things on my charts. I'll just highlight of this. Let's use NAS to do that analogy. So Wednesday 11th, this is Wednesday 11th. Let me go on 30 minutes time frame. Okay, this is Wednesday. No, okay, this is Wednesday. Now, the news release was 8:30, and look at CPI. Look at what NFP did. This is 8:30. We gapped up on 8:30. That was around 150 points, which was good. And although, don't trade the news. If you can trade the news, trade the news. Probably to pass your challenge, to pass your account, to do some verification, but don't do it for like your live accounts. It's no ideal. You can do it for evaluations. A lot of prop firm allows you to use news. FTMO allows you to trade news during evaluation, but not in funded accounts. I think you're allowed to trade in funded account as well. However, it has to be, you have to be in the trade 2 minutes before the news and also 2 minutes after the news. So you cannot just be in the trade and use the news to expedite and you're running out in less than a minute. I don't know what they're going to do, but it's not allowed. Then Apex allows you to pass the account one time and that's it. A lot of guys are using it to accumulate a lot of accounts with Apex. So many people are using that to get to accumulate a lot of accounts with Apex. So you can do that with Apex if that's something you're giving consideration to. So this is NFP news, 8:30 news release. Now on Friday was CPI, 8:30. This is CPI on Friday, 8:30. You can see it's very small range bound. This is like what, 110. Like this was very choppy because I was actually in the market. I was watching the market live, so I knew it was very choppy. It was really choppy. So the news delivery wasn't very clean. So because I already saw that last week, coming into pound this week, I was of the opinion that CPI should have the news driver. It should be the all and all of the whole thing. However, it wasn't like that. The news driver on Tuesday, which was I think Clements account change. It was a 2 a.m. news release that's using EST time. This was clean, like this was massive. It was clean. At one point, I was angry that why didn't I trade the news? I will just use this news to expedite my account, by putting buy stop orders up above, sell stop orders below, and I will use this news to just expedite my account. It will have been very, very good. And it was one side. There was no manipulation. There was no weak. It was clean. Like I said, don't trade the news. News it can be messy. It can, if you're on the wrong side, like you be messed up. But now today is CPI on pound. News release at 2. Look at what CPI did on pound. Very, very. I mean, even going out to the 1 minute time frame, like it's so messed up. There's weak. There's this is bad. If I had buy stop or sell stop orders, I would just lose my account. I'll have lost my account today. But like I said, because I already saw it firsthand with USD last week when NFP came earlier, had good massive run. I'm like CPI is just dead, and that was what happened. And the same thing happened with pound. You can see pound. There is no weak rejection. Just opened and it was one side. So if we had, like, let's say we want to expedite accounts, and you have anyways you won't put stop loss, and you have the other sets below and you have the other set above, come on, and you have another set above like this, and you're putting massive lot on it. Like, come on, you're putting massive lots. Once it triggers, it's going to just put you in the direction and you're in profit. The moment it triggers one side of the market, you're going to close the other order, delete, close it, immediately adjust your stop loss, put your stop loss in break even, and allow the market to rip. And the market just continued downwards. I mean, this is what, like 40 points. So you just need to be in the news to get the required move you want if it's going to favor you. And the market just ripped open like 40 points, 45, 50 points. So it's not even about getting in at the opening of the market. It's just to have the orders up or below, and let's market. And it has to be one-sided, delivery, so that you don't get wicked out or you don't get manipulated. So, and that's for news expedition, I guess. But like I said, majorly the forex space it's not been very clean. I prefer to always trade EU because, again, it's on my broker with FTMO. The spread is very small. It has little to no spread, like one spread. Unlike pound could range between 5 points, 5 pip, pip, not point, 5 pip, 10 pip sometimes. I don't always like that. So looking at the delivery on Euro USD, it's not been clean. It's been very, very slow, range bound. So I'm not really eager to do anything or look for to want to trade, to want to engage price. And my criteria are very, very small. I don't have so much criteria that I look forward to. I want price to mitigate highs or lows. Swing high, swing low. I'm looking for price to engage one of that area, and if it does, then I'll look for how price is reacting at this level. So if I'm using a daily swing guide, this is not a swing low because we are yet to have this candle closure. You can see there's no imbalance, there's no fair value gap. Even the one we have is this one right here, and price is not really respecting it right now. You can see prices, we traded into it, rejected, and we've just been consolidating, slow grind, like a bearish consolidation. So it's not really been clean, and that's why I'm just like on the sidelines for the forex pairs. And I don't do anything in the morning. My early hours are always mostly free, you know, and yeah, it's mostly free. So I'm just looking for highs and lows to be mitigated. Example, we have this low being mitigated yesterday. What would I expect? I would expect a bullish continuation or a bullish delivery to the upside where we can target those highs, but market is not doing that right now. And I wasn't really, I don't want to get into the market because I know there's red further news on pound early today. That's how I was just on the sideline. And DXY itself, it's not really been, it's not really been clean. It's been, yeah, we've had good deliveries, down up, but yeah, we're just in this range, inside of this fair value gap, this bullish FVG, bearish fair value gap. It's like Royal Rumble, price is fighting to, price is in tug of war right now. Who is going to win? Who is going to, so I don't want to be in this range. I don't want to do anything here. And another pair I like to trade during London session is DAX. DAX is always interesting to trade during this period. I mean, literally literally it's always, the London always have good deliveries. I've noticed that 2 a.m., 3 a.m. candle, you get clean continuation, clean delivery. Example is today, I came late to the chart, so I didn't get anything. We are trading above, I'll just do this quickly. We traded above this swing guy, which price failed to reject. That means price is eager to go higher, irrespective of the fact that we swept a 1 hour high. I'm not really, I do not hold this rejection. I do not hold it to a high standard, or I do not give it that much significance, because we traded through a recent swing guy. In the same vein, we have this bullish FVG. Yes, so I like that. And 2 a.m. candle trading, closing above the consequence of encroachment of the fair value gap. Next hourly candle, boom, it's going on. However, I missed it because I was doing something. I was doing something, so I missed it. And it happens, you miss trades. There's no point trying to chase the market. I'll allow price to come to me when it wants to come to me. It's pointless trying to chase the market. However, I know that the deliveries are always there, and I try to make sure that I am available. I am in front of the chart. I'm available for business, for me to engage price. Yesterday was good. We came sweeping these lows. I missed this one as well. I'm trying to make sure that I clear my London time so that I can always be able to be in front of the chart to get a trade. However, the narrative I have, what I'm looking for, they are very simple, textbook oriented. So we traded below those lows. We have pushed down, pushed up, and London 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. was good. We traced back into it. Confirmation of this other block on the hourly time frame kept going higher. But all of this is just backtest saying, anybody can say all of this nonsense behind the chart and make you feel like, yeah, you can read the chart, but it doesn't mean anybody can read the chart. Like, anybody can say nonsense behind the charts, because it's all of behind the scenes. Price has already done what it wants to do, and you can just yap thinking you're like good. So there's nothing much I want to do because London session is almost over. I'm just coming again to register my presence. Like, yes, it's a new year and this is my first stream, and I'm not going to stay long. No, I'm not going to stay long. because I already missed the bulk of the move, the bulk of the action. I already missed it. But what would I be looking for on the higher time frame? I would want price to continue higher on DAX by coming into the swing eye, and I'll wait to see how price is going to engage the swing eye. Considering this is a low time frame, I'm sure that's a low time frame. So see how price is going to engage this high going forward. NAS, very good delivery yesterday. It's kind of like choppy as well. Let me use NQ. Yep, okay. Yeah, so I have my drawings there. Relevant swing load mitigated. I would like really love us to get to these lows. However, if we do not get to those lows, then there's no problem. I'll say how price is going to react at this, the low of this fair value gap. I'm looking for a continuation higher. We have a rejection, body candle closure, failure to close below previous day's low, which is good. Going into New York session, I'll only be looking for longs. I'll only be looking for longs to trade into these highs, which is not that far away. It's just less than 100 points, and get more bullish delivery. Why do I like to do this candle already? We have small wick. We have small wick, very nice. And on the days we get these massive expansions on the candle, you can take this and observe. What you have is a very tiny wick. On days that we have good market expansions, you're going to have very little wick. Example, very little wick upside, very little wick downside. This one, very little wick downside. Just look at the wick size. The wick size will tell you if it's going to be an expansion. However, anything can happen in the market. You still have to wait for market to show you its ends. And today there is FOMC meeting news at 2 p.m. It's not really that important, but again, it's not like the major FOMC two-stage news that happens 2 and 2:30. So whenever I can tell, I'm sure there'll be some good price action to observe during the day, during the silver bullets, maybe 10 a.m. And I have hourly protocols that I like to observe. I have some hourly protocols I like to observe, which is me marking out swing highs and swing lows before 9:30, and I would wait to see how price engages any of those levels. Then I would be able to make a decision on how I want to engage price. So, and I'm always taking note of this on my Telegram. I use Telegram for my journal entry at the moment. So I use Telegram for my journal entry at the moment, and I'm always putting in my 2 cents, what I think is going to happen, what I think the market is doing at the moment. So I don't trade London with NAS. It's just I wait till 9, 10. Most likely I'll be in a trade by 10. Most likely in a 10 AM candle. But yesterday I didn't get a trade because while we're coming into the market, we swept these lows. I'm like, okay, 9 AM is open, we're going higher. However, 9 AM opened without a bearish wick and started trading higher. That got me skeptical. I'm like, nah, I want to see you form that wick, reject, then I'm sure. So the moment price took lows, 9 AM took highs, so I'm like, no, this is not clean. So I did not bother to do anything. I did not bother to take a trade, and I use the 1 hour time frame. I even tried to just check 2 hour to see if it was going to be like a rejection candle. It is not. So I use the 1 hour for my to gauge how I want to engage price, how I want to interpret price. And on my okay, okay, yes. So for futures, I use TradeOvert. Use the TradeOvert interface, and as of now, I'm up 1,000 on the account, and I only come to I risk 200 to make 500. That's it. Once I hit my 500 mark, that's it. I'm done for the day. I'm not doing anything else again. So if I decide to take a trade right now and I make 500, I won't be trading for the rest of the day on my futures account. I'm like, that's it. I'm done. But I'm not taking any trade. And again, it's no idea for me to be in a position for London. He already gave some good run. I have a bracket order that I used to execute. I'll risk 5 micros, sorry. I'll risk 5 micros, which is going to be $10 per point, and I'll risk 20 points for 50 points. That's it. So that'll be it. Really, there's nothing to. If I'm just going to sit down here, I'm just going to keep saying something, and it's all going to look like you're saying things in hindsight. But it's simple. What I look for is very, very simple. Daily, what's the daily saying? Okay, yes. From daily, I go to 1 hour, I mark out swing highs and swing lows. I'm waiting on the 1 hour. I'm literally waiting. I have my hands folded, and I'm waiting on what is the 1 hour going to do. And I'll wait until the close of that hourly candle before I'll engage price. Because yesterday, if I did not, I'll just do this quickly. Yesterday, come on. Okay, yeah. So this is 9 a.m. This is 9 a.m. candle yesterday. Like I said, from the hourly, we had that weak rejection by 8 a.m. candle, swept the lows, rejected, was clean. And when 9 a.m. candle opened, it did not have a wick. That alone made me not to engage price. Because if I'm looking for price to be bullish, I want you to come down first, then go up. If I'm looking for the next hourly candle to be bearish, I want price to go up first, then come down. I've made my life that simple. Like, this is what I'm looking for. So if I'm expecting a bullish delivery, and as we open on the hourly candle, price is not trading lower first, then to go higher, that automatically makes me stay on the sideline. I do not want to engage. Not like I cannot engage, not like I cannot find something, not like I cannot give a reason. Well, it's pointless to want to engage. And me waiting for the whole of 9 a.m. candle to print from here until 9:59, we now rated the 8 a.m. candles low. We rated it, and we closed below the 8 a.m. candle, and that was like, okay, I don't think I'm going to do anything. I'm just going to wait, and let's see what 10 a.m. does. And 10 a.m. was not even very clean with his delivery. Let me just mark out the range. 10:59. Yep. 10 a.m. was neither clean with his delivery. It was just dangling. It wasn't clean. There was no clean. Okay, let's say, yeah, we rallied up, we came down, we had this impulsive movement up. Okay, I'll look for a fair value gap or the block. I'll look for breaker block, all of that. The delivery down wasn't clean. It was very, very choppy. Price didn't just come, mitigate, and displace away. It was just still grinding. Logically, stop loss would be below this or low, and it will have taken me out. Like, oh my god, what did I just do? I just lost money. Oh, and I don't. Yes, I'm going to lose money, of course. Like I said, my FTM account is in drawdown, 5% drawdown. So I'm going to lose money. That's the nature of the game. But again, can I wait and be like, okay, am I losing rights? Yeah, I saw what I wanted to see, I engaged, and I lost. Okay, the price or the market doesn't want to give me anything today, I take that. But if I'm going to lose because of my impulsivity, like I was just impulsed to want to take the trade, I'm looking for dopamine hits, that's not good. It doesn't make sense. And even the next hourly candle, yes, if you're looking at the hourly time frame, oh, it's a bullish candle, it's the deliveries are there, blah blah blah. But the entry is not allowing me or allowing you to get an entry. There's no way to get an entry on even on the 1 minute time frame. On the 3 minutes, there's no. The next hourly candle just opened and started running up. So personally, I love to wait. I've been burned so many times that I know that it doesn't cost me anything to just wait, and I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait for price to give that clean delivery that I want to see, and I want to engage it with. You know, 5 minute time frame from yesterday. There was really nothing. There was really nothing. It was just rally up, rally down, range, looking like it's gonna rally. No fair value gap, nothing. Swept the lows again, looking good until I think PM, which was around 1250, trading into these highs. But again, if it's trading into these highs, where do I want to put my stop loss? If we're trading into these highs, where do I want to put my stop loss? It's going to be this massive, 180 points for I don't know. So, and even at that, you don't even have to, like, 180 point stop loss is too, come on. So I just allowed price to do whatever I wants to do yesterday. I didn't do any trade with FTMO. I just left my FTMO. Okay, yeah, it's over here. This is my interface. You can see balance 95k minus 5%. Okay, no, it's up to 5%. It was like 95, 127. So I'm in drawdown. But I'm not eager to take any setup. I'm not eager to trade. So I'm in drawdown on a CFD account, yeah, which is good. However, on Tradify, I'm up 1,000, so which is nice. So I'm drawdown somewhere. I have money somewhere, and this is a live account. Like I said, it's there's this rule, 20% consistency. But I was speaking with my trade buddy, and I'm like, the consistency rule does not matter. I don't care about the consistency rule. What I'm trying to achieve is, can I come to the market and make 500 every time I trade? Not necessarily every day. However, I've been able to get trade every day because I started the account on Monday, and I've taken 2 trades. I don't know if it's okay for me to open my dashboard. I don't know. So this is I don't have affiliation code. I don't have anything like that. Whatever. So this is the account I got. Lightning instant funding account. 50k account. Trading drawdown 2,000. However, the trading drawdown is end of day trading drawdown. So if I'm up right now, I'm up 1,000 in my account. It already trades my stop loss by 1,000. So if I start losing money, my stop loss remains, my overall drawdown remains fixed. It's not going down. So if I make money, it goes up. However, it's end of day trailing drawdown. There's a daily stop limit of 1,250. I don't care about that. I'm only risking 200 to make 500. There's consistency rule, 20% consistency rule. Profits payout, okay, payout frequency every 5 days. I don't know if it's every 5 trading days or every 5 trades you take on the account. Maybe you get a trade on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then the following week. So I'm here to, I don't have a say on this because I don't know if it's 5 calendar days or 5 trading days. It's 2 different things. Then maximum account 5. Right now I have just 1 mass contract. 4 minutes, 40 micros. I use 5 micros. So I'm I'm underusing my purchasing power, which is good because you need to be safe. I need to be safe. I have to play safe. So, however, I I know the skill I have. I know what I can achieve with my skill if I am patient. Like that's the word. If I am patient, I know what I can achieve with my skill. If I don't over push myself. This year, I've purchased accounts this year. I've lost account this year. I've lost funded accounts this year. Not evaluations now. I mean funded accounts that I already achieved. Funds on. I already achieved payouts early January, I think. On the 6th of January, I already had like 500 US dollars possible for me to withdraw from Apex. And I messed up. Like, and I was telling myself, like, it's too early in the year. Don't let me take a payout yet. Let me just leave it. Let me wait to the end of the month before I take a payout from the account. However, I came the next day and I messed up. I lost my profit. Before the end of that week, I lost the account. I was angry. I mean, but it happens. Like it happens. My FTMO account is an account from last year. I've been trading it from last year. I took my time to pass that account. I mean, it was a roller coaster. I was up, I was down, I was up, down, up 4%, down 4%, up 4%, down 4%. I took my time to pass the account. It took like 2 months for me to pass the phase one. I wasn't rushing. Do I need money? Yes, everybody needs money. But if you don't know how to trade, the money is not going to come from anywhere. So then we got in on phase two. Phase two, I got a little bit hyped, and I went draw down immediately. I went into the deep immediately. So I just brought my account back, resuscitated it back to like -5%. I reduced my risk massively. I mean, I reduced the risk to like risking 250 dollars to make 500 on the account, and normally I would trade to risk 1,000. So I reduced my risk to come back to a manageable, a controlled drawdown. Yes, I would say it's a controlled drawdown. So right now with my FTMO, I can risk 500 per trade. If I get a trade, I'll risk 500 to make 1,000 or more if it presents itself. So I'm like, I don't want to feel too angry with myself. I'm not angry. I don't feel despair or I don't know what I'm doing, because I know what I'm doing. I'm like, okay, let me try a live and instant funding account, because the truth is, if I can come to the market and wait and engage price, and I risk a certain amount to make a consistent amount over and over again. Consistency rule, I don't give a fuck about it. I'm just coming to trade 200 for 500. That's it. If I do that 10 times, if I do that 5 times, I've passed the consistency rule. I've met the consistency rule. So the idea about consistency rule is, can you make this amount of money over and over again? If I can come and do 200 for 1,000, can I do it over and over again? Because like you making 500 today, 3,000 tomorrow, 6,000 the next day, then making 800 now, it's going to take a longer time before you get your payout. So the best way that I'm going about it is just make the same repeated amount of money over and over again, and once it's past 5 days, then I'll get a payout, and that's it. And before you can get a payout, you need to make 3,000. I'll just go to my dashboard. You need to make 3,000 before you can get a payout. And I didn't even know how to block anything, but thank God the password is hidden. Very funny. Okay, I don't know how to block anything. So this is the performance dashboard. Just 2 days. Did a trade on Tuesday, on Monday, and on Tuesday. And once I'm in a trade, since I use bracket orders, my trade goes to break even almost immediately. So I took so many trades that were break even trades yesterday, because once it goes 10 points, it's gonna throw my account to break even, and the market is just going to reverse and take me out and break even. So, but Monday was just one trade, and that was it. So right now my consistency is around 50% according to them. Minimum profit required, I've done $1,067 of 3,000. So once I make 3,000, anything above that amount, I can withdraw. So I've done 2 days, or 2 trades, or 2 trading days. Yeah, this was what I was talking about, trading days. So if I don't take a trade today, it doesn't count. So I think what they refer to in that payout frequency is the days, the trading days, not the calendar days. So once I do 6 trades with the way I'm going, making 500 in 6 trading days, not 6 days, in 6 trading days, I should be up 3 grand. That means before the end of this month, I can actually take something out of the market as little as 500. I can take as little as 500 from the market before it runs out. So that's the goal. Just show up, wait, get in 500. I'm done with my futures account. For my FTM account, my rules has to properly align. I mean, it has to properly align. It has to be on point. It has to be on point. Swing high, swing lows, taking respect. Then I'm done with that. For the Tradify account, for the futures account, if you observe, I'm using range. I'm not using time. The time period, time period is range. There's 1 minute, 5 minutes. I'm not using time. There's so many things you can do. You can use tick value, you can use volume, you can use range. So I have a custom time frame that I'm using, and it is 40 range. So once the market is going, every candle is 40, is 10 points. Every candle is 10 points. From the highest high to the lowest low is 10 points. It's 10 points. So example, this is what? This is 24, 801.50, and this should be 24, 8, 12 or 811. So every candle is 10 points. Every candle is 10 points. So this works out for me. It works out. It works out because the momentum is clean. The breaks are clean. The momentum is clean. The liquidity zones that I might like to look for are clean. I have some moving averages. I have 21 moving average, 55 and 21, 55 and 200. Where is it? Chart setting? No? Yeah. Simple moving average. I have 20. I think it's 20, 55 and 200. 21, 20. There's no difference to me. So, but I think I'll have want to use 21. Let me change it to 21 and save, apply. Yeah, it doesn't look so much different to me. Apply. 21, save. Yeah, there's no difference. 2021 doesn't. It's just still the same thing. So for my futures trade, because you might look, oh, you didn't get a trade on your FTM, but you traded on your futures account. Are you able to do that? Because the parameters I use is different. My strategy is daily 1 hour swing highs and swing lows. I get an entry. That's my strategy. It doesn't change. That is what I use. However, for my futures accounts, I use a range time frame, which is 40 range, which is equal to 10 points. So every candle is 10 points. So if I price crossed this EMA, we have this crossing, this is 21 crossing. Okay, we have the 21 crossing the 55 here. I'm not really ready to trade, but the moment we have a cross over the 200, which can be somewhere here, it can be somewhere here. Okay, on this candle we're having the confirmation. I will just talk about that. On this candle we're having a confirmation. On this next candle, I don't mind being in a trade. So I'll enter our market order at the next candle. You can see my stop loss is properly aligning with the SMA crossing, and that is 50 points, just like that. And it goes. So I'm using a momentum strategy for my indices. So right now that whatever it is doing up there, I don't care. Exit all my, I'm not taking any orders. Whatever is doing up there, I don't care. Yesterday, where's yesterday? Okay, where's yesterday's? Alright, let me just go to the back a bit. Where's yesterday? 4 p.m. So I like to use the range because it shows me once we have 10 points, the candle is formed. Yeah, this is yesterday. Now this was when 2:30. This was the rally up. Yeah, this was the rally up for NAS, and this is the rally down. Look at the rally down. 3 o'clock is 3 a.m. is 3 a.m. is 10 a.m. candle. At this rally down, moment we're crossing, 21 is crossing, 21 and 55 has done their crossing. I'm not really eager to take anything. It's still range bound. The moment 21 is crossing, confirmation here. Next candle, at the next candle's open or the next one, I will just market order straight up. Sell 50 points. That's it. You know the pass. Wait, I need to know the pass down. Because I knew that is like that time is, that's the London time, that's the New York time, because you can see this is showing 10 a.m. So that would be like 3 p.m. 3 p.m. should be, that's 10 a.m. Yeah, 3 p.m. So once there's a crossing, I just want the 21 to cross. So once 21 cross and gives that confirmation, I would market order immediately. Is it 100% profitable? Nope, nothing is 100%, but I'd run it and it works, and I will only run it during New York session. I would only do that during New York session. During New York, that's when I'll run it, because I know the moment it crosses, the moment 21 is crossing, there is almost that guaranteed I'll get a 50 points. For here, the 50 point wasn't there. This would have been a break even, because even before, once it moves 10 points in my direction, the bracket order would auto trade it ASAP. So I'm in that momentum. I'm using the momentum to get. So if I'm talking about it right now, it will look like, yeah, you'll have lost there now. It would have just been a break-even trade, like I showed on my dashboard. Like I took 9 trades yesterday. 8 of these trades were break-even. There was no loss. 8 of them was break-even trade. So it feels good to be in this space again. Sorry, I have a black screen. You know, when your waves are not powerful enough. It feels good to have my voice back on there again. I mean, I've traded behind the scenes for like the last 1 month. I have lost some accounts with Apex. My oldest of my accounts is FTMO. and that's from last year. We're still in drawdown. Started 35 accounts. I got the account last week Friday. I started on Monday. I'm up a couple of thousands of dollars. I'm just up $1,000 on the account for now, and we'll keep the updates going. Hopefully, I'll come on stream maybe tomorrow morning again because I'm free. I'm not working until Friday, so I have some free days for now. Thank you. Love you all. For those who come on this stream with me to hear my ugly voice, because my voice is not that sweet. Thank you guys. Love and peace out.